Hi everybody, Jenny K. Parks here. Welcome to my next episode on YouTube. I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome. If you are not familiar with me, I'm going to be doing a demo with Quilting Color and talking about red. Red is the priority this time around. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to get you answers to your questions. So as a quilter, let me back up a little bit. Okay, I have been in the quilting industry for it's been about 7 years. Hello, Gwen, and welcome. You're working on your computer, so you're on time. Yay! So I have been working in the quilting industry for about 7 years. I've got quilts that published in magazines, over 150 videos for the Quilting Company, Quilting Daily, Fawns and Porter's Love of Quilting, lots of Block of the Months that I did, and over hundreds of live stream videos on Facebook. But I'm moving over here to YouTube, so here I am. I have also worked in quilt shops. So I have seen firsthand the questions and the issues that come up when you are looking for quilting fabric, when you are looking for how do I match these colors, how do I do this? In fact, that is the question I get the most. I would get the most at the store. Help me. How do I match my fabric? I need to pick out this. Can you help me find them? And coordinating and working and doing things together. That is such a big issue for quilters. Color makes the quilt. And you know it does. You know it does because when you've made something and you're like, I don't think so. And then somebody else has made it and you're like, oh, that is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at what she did there. It's beautiful. I know it. It happens. It happens a lot. So that is part of my passion because I love color. I love what color can do. And I'm going to show you some things it can do here with red. So, Gwen, I'm so glad that you're here. If anyone else that's watching, be sure to chime in. I'd love to hear from you. Hang on. I want to make a little switch here. Okay. Wonderful. I'd love to hear from you and as I demonstrate because it's going to require a little bit of audience participation. Chime in because I'm going to lay out some colors. We're going to look at them and I'm going to say, do you think this one, or this one, A, B, or C? And you get to vote. And so we'll work together like that. We're going to work through a lot of the exercises and the examples together today. Yay! Okay, so yeah, say howdy, let me know where you're from, and definitely chime in. And so what I want to ask you, first question, is what is your favorite color? Just put that in the chat. I'd love to hear what your favorite color is. Mine is blue. We have a standing rule in our household. All things being equal, I will take blue. So let me know what your favorite color is. And we're going to start there because we're going to work our way around to all the colors, but we're going to start with red. So just a couple more things about me. Hang on. I want to make sure that you know that if you're enjoying this video, if you get benefit from this video, please like and subscribe and share with somebody. That means so much. A personal recommendation means everything nowadays. So I would really appreciate that. Also, on Thursdays, I do live fabric sales. So look, I even have some of the reds left over from yesterday. I got some reds, but I do live fabric sales here on YouTube, and that is Thursdays at 3 p.m. Same time, different day. And so yeah, if you want to know more about me, the patterns I've got coming up, workshops and all those kinds of things, be sure to jump on my newsletter, Jenny K, and go to my website, jennykaequilts.com, and you can sign up for that, and you'll be able to track everything that I'm doing and everything that I've got going on. All right, so the other thing that I wanted to mention too, and I'm going to talk about some products, but part of the reason why I'm doing the color course, this color explanation theory thing right now, is because I have a course. It's a standalone course called the Quilters Color Course, and it takes you through 5 lessons and exercises to go with them, and it teaches you all about how to pick out color. It gives you that color courage. So when you walk into the shop, when you walk in there, or when you are pulling colors from your stash, you have your own color eye, and you understand what's going to work and what's going to look good together. These exercises are all designed for that. When I was developing the course, I was looking around at a lot of different ones, and maybe for myself, like, can I do this, can I do that? And so many that I found were focused on interior design or art or specific watercolors or something like that, and those were fantastic. But I designed my course specifically for quilters just like you, who struggle with color, who have somebody else help them pick it out, or they just settle for the kit because picking out is too frustrating or hard or discouraging or whatever. So that is what my Quilters Color course is for, and it's going to be starting again in March. Now I say starting again in March because you can get the course today and take it at any point in time, at home in your jammies, whatever you want, but we're going to do a work along, and the work along starts on Thursday, March 3rd. So that's when the work along starts. So I'm letting you know about this. If you want to jump in on the work along and work along with us, then I would love to have you there, love to be a part. It is a 6-week work along. Each week we meet via Zoom and we discuss the lessons, we answer any questions, we do all of that stuff together. And also, everybody shows their homework, and we could talk about it, different changes, what would you do, what did you like, and all those things. So you're learning even more. And I have bonuses, extra stuff, lots of Q&A with me personally, and with the group, a great way to learn from each other. So if you're really missing community right now, and a lot of people are, and if you want to learn more about color, go to my website, jennykaequilts.com, and there's links for the Quilters Color course, and there is a link right now to be a part of the work along, to join that work along. So there. Gwen, I don't really have a favorite. I like them all. Okay, all right, Gwen, that's good, that's good. Okay, so let me jump in, and I'm going to start to talk about reds. And let me switch the camera view here. Yay, beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to talk about reds, and I want you to know this too. I'm a Cherrywood ambassador. Ta-da! I should have a little sash. Cherrywood ambassador. Oh, I should just make a sash. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, so do you remember when you were a kid, right? And you would buy crayons for the beginning of the school year, and you maybe like the 12-pack of crayons was on the shopping list or whatever, so your folks got the 12-pack of crayons. But that year when you got the 109 crayon box, I think it's 109, maybe 108, I don't remember. But that huge crayon box, all those crayons in there, and the little sharpener and everything, I was over the moon even as a kid. I arranged them all by color. I think that's saying something. But I arranged it all by color, and it was so cool to have that. I love that, all those options. Well, this is a great option for picking out your fabrics. So Cherrywood is hand-dyed and hand-dyed, beautiful, beautiful fabrics, completely unique. Oh, let me take this. But they have this fantastic box that you can get that has all of the colors there, so you can play, you can do all of that organizing yourself and mix and match like we're going to do later. So that is an excellent option. You can get this directly from Cherrywood. And then my favorite place, put that in there. My favorite place to get Cherrywood fabrics is, oops, I put that upside down. There we go, I fixed it, is Wooden Spools. So I will post a link for that later. Okay, let's talk about red. Red. I'm going to start in the middle of the color wheel. Good old classic red. I love this because it's called Scarlet. Scarlet. Fiddle-dee-dee. Okay, so here we're going to look at red. And red has a lot of color options. So this is kind of like the plainest, clearest red that you can find. Okay. Hang on. So if you haven't noticed, like you're trying to match reds, you can get really a lot of different reds. Here's maroons. You got some maroon ones. Here's some nice solid reds. And you know what? Pink is actually light red. Did you know that? I bet you did. But red comes in a whole bunch of varieties, so we're going to play with that for quite a bit. And I'm also going to show you three different ways to pick out fabrics. So let's do our little red lesson, and then we'll talk about the different ways that we had to pick out fabrics. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, I have to say, you guys, even though I've done all these videos, I'm really nervous to be here on YouTube. I know, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, so this, I promised in the information there that I would show you my quilter secret weapon, and that is this, the color wheel. Now this, you see, it has no other guides on it. We'll show you more about that later. But the color wheel is science. It's not just, I like that. It's actual experimentally based. So what Isaac Newton did, yeah, the same gravity apple on the head guy. What Isaac Newton did is he was doing exercises where he would get light to refract through the glass and it would create a prism. And he thought, I wonder if I could, but it would just be like a little arc, right? And he thought, I wonder if I could find a way to bend that arc into a circle. And that's where we got the color wheel. This is nature. This is how we see light. This is how things come together. And you can't design better than nature. You cannot pick color better than what nature has. So, just telling you that right there. So this is my quilter secret weapon. Now, do you have a color wheel? But yes if you've got a color wheel, no if you don't have a color wheel. But I'll tell you, I got a lot of quilters like, oh yes, I have my color wheel, I have it, it's right here, I got it. And then let me ask you the next question. Do you use your color wheel? So it's usually, yeah, I got my color wheel. I don't use the color wheel at all. And that's what happens. And you know what? We need to learn how to use it. So I'm going to show you a little bit while we play with red. I'm going to show you some beginning lessons. Don't be scared. It's all right. Some beginning lessons on the color wheel. Okay. So let's change our view here. All right, here is our color wheel. And we have red here. This red pictured here, it's a little more orangey than this one. But you know what? They still look good together. They still look good. So, oh, hang on. I'm going to raise this up just a little bit, so y'all can see a little bit more. Hang on. I don't like the view I'm getting. I want you to have a better overhead shot. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so there's our red. We have red right there on the color wheel. Now, the first thing that you want to think about in picking out a color, right? You want to have something to go, oh, look. Oh, Kim has yes, and Gwen, sometimes you use your color wheel. Oh, yes. All right. So you both have color wheels, but then iffy. Ah, Mary Jo, you did make it. Yay, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. And yes, I got your message. It's all boxed up. It's ready for you. I'm making a box for you. Mary Jo messaged me about some of the fabrics that didn't get sold yesterday. So you got them. Okay, so here we are. Now, what you want to do then, you have this color, right? All right, I need to use red here in my pattern. Then the first thing we want to look for, the most basic, is the complementary. And complementary simply means we're going to pick from the opposite side of the color wheel. So, opposite side of the color wheel is green. Merry Christmas. There's a reason they go together. There's a reason for that. It's not just, that's nice. It's science. I hesitate to say it's science, but it's the way things go. It's the way it works. These are, what do I want to say? These are almost laws of nature. But I don't want to overstep, though, because I don't want you to think that this is a rule book that you have to only follow it. You do not. This is a guide. This is inspiration. This is, oh, that's the other color that I didn't put in there. It's all of those things to help you. It's not a rule book, and you won't be penalized if you don't follow it. It's a guide to help you to follow it. All right. Mary Jo, you got a color wheel? Oh, put that the wrong way. Okay, so here we are, and these are just the basic colors. Let's play a little bit. And I talked about in the beginning reds, kind of different reds. You get more orange reds, you get more bluer reds. So we're gonna play around with those for just a little bit. And I'm gonna do, this one's kind of an orange red. So let's put that there. Now, the next thing we're gonna try, the next thing to show you here, the next combination that we can do is, and keep in mind, this is just one method with several steps for picking out colors. So the next thing we're going to do is a split complementary, right? We already know, okay, I can go to the other side. I got it, Jenny. But a split complementary takes that color, you go straight across, and instead of hitting here, you hit here and here. You split that. So you just pick up these two on either side. Let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. Okay. So for here on one side, we've got that blue-green. Whoop, 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 I moved it there. And then here we've got, yeah, that's where I wanted to go. Where'd that go? There it is. And there we've got that one. Okay. Look at these colors together. Look at them. Look at them. Don't they look great? But one thing you notice about these, it's all very bright. Good. Mary Jo's got a color wheel. Yay, yay, yay. So these are all the same value, meaning that value is the lights, mediums, darks, and brights. That is the value in it. These all have equal value. There's not going to be a whole lot more interest in there. So we're going to mix it up. So this is another aspect to picking it out. If you have that basic color, right? So you know what? Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go a little lighter on our red. Ooh, look at that. And let's go kind of a little around here. Do I like that? I don't like that one. Maybe this one. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to go, ooh. No, that doesn't quite work. I'm going to go this way. There we go. Darker, medium, and light on it right there. Okay. Hang on. Move it a little bit. And then let's add some here. Where'd those go? Where did I had them? I had them, y'all. Okay, let me grab them here. So this is the blue-green. I'm going to grab some more blue-green. Ooh, look at that. Look at these together. It's gorgeous. What do you think? What do you think? Let's see. Yep, okay, mine is Grumbacher. Ooh, that's interesting. Yes, I have. So yours has more. Who makes it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mary Jo. Okay, let me talk about the color wheel here real quick. And you know what? I want to say something too. When I started doing the live streams on Facebook, I try to make sure I have something that you're going to be interested in, some benefit to you to come there. But I also got some feedback from some people that are saying, you know, it's too much fluff. I just want you to get to the point. And I get that. I totally, and I'm that kind of person, right? When I go there, I want to find it and I want to get to the point. But learning and understanding about color, yeah, you can kind of do it, but kind of not. You need, you know, kind of boots on the ground. You need to play around with it. And I also think too that a lot of people are missing community right now. We can't connect. We can't be with people that we want to be with always right now. So I hope that this is one way for you to connect a little bit better. That's why I really like to do the lives, and it might be a little more fluffy, but you know, I value so much. Darn it. I value so much you guys tuning in and watching, because I need those connections too. And talking about something I love, I need to do that, and being able to answer your questions to help you to maybe make a difference in your quilting or your relationships or something in your life. That means so much to me. So we will encounter some little fluff and diversions and rabbit trails, but that is the show. All right, so I'm just going to talk about this color wheel real quick. It is my favorite color wheel. It is the only one I carry. I've had the benefit of seeing lots of different color wheels, both working in the professional studios working with and working in stores and classrooms and things like that, people bringing in lots of different color wheels, this is my favorite. And I will tell you, your color wheel's from 1993. Okay, all right, maybe it's time for a new one. I don't know. The facts haven't changed though, Mary Jo. So it's called the Creative Color Wheel, but it has gradations from light to dark. You can see that we've got it on both sides, which you can see I take advantage of here, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. And then it has information, just a little bit of information on color theory. It has nice diagrams, so you can get that complementary. I'm going the wrong way. You can get that complementary. You can get those things that you want, and then it also has a few definitions. Ooh! So you're gonna take it to the quilt shop, and you're gonna be all nice and smart, because you're going to impress them, because you're going to know some of this stuff, and it's just such a great tool, and I find it's very reasonably priced. On my website, JennyKaeQuilts.com, and that is the one I love. Thanks for asking, Mary Jo. I appreciate that. Okay, so what we've done here, right, we've done the split complementary. Instead of going straight across, we've diverted, and we've created this. Now, you might say, Jenny, why adding those darker colors and those lighter colors? And I will tell you, it is the lights. Okay, it's the lights and the brights that give your quilt spark. They give it life, right? Have you made that quilt? You put something together and you're like, everything's just a little muddy. I don't like it. It's flat, or it's lifeless, or there's nothing there. Well, this, yes, Mary Jo, I'll add one to your box. Absolutely. This gives you the lights and the darks, mediums and the brights. They give it spark. They give it life in the project. You don't need a lot, but here we have such a great balance. I'm going to see if I can find, I'm going to stress my point. I'm going to make some that are even a little bit lighter here. Let's go super light. Oh, that's nice. And where's the lightest pink thing I can find? I don't see it. Super light pink. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Little pinky. Well, that's, oh, we'll use this one. No, it's too pink. I don't like that one. All right, I can't get lighter. With the selection I have, oh, let's go bright. Oh, okay, I love that. All right. Jenny loves her colors. And I'm not sure I can get any lighter with that one, but let's go a little bit brighter. Oh, a little bit of spark, a little bit of life. So let's kind of line that all up together, and you could see how that would look in a quilt. Fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. And all we did was use split complementary. That's it. That's all we did. That's all we did. So the last one I'm going to show you is an analogous color scheme, and I'm going to use even a different red. Hang on. All right, so we're going to use kind of a rose by any other name. Oh, and see, I lifted it up, so I changed the focus. Well, goodness, hang on just a second. Hang on a second. I'm going to adjust that camera real quick. Hold on. That's one of the things, I'll tell you guys, that's one of the things that frustrates me, is when I'm looking at a video and stuff is out of focus. And I hate it when I do that, so I really don't want to do that to you. Okay. I know this is high quality TV right here, for sure. But it's life. I'm a real person. All right, that's the best I can do. Darn it. Okay. All right. So here we have, this is a rose. This is a rose color, and we're gonna do the same thing here, but we're gonna use the color wheel, and instead we're going to create an analogous color scheme. So what we've done is we go in here, we take our red, and then we're going to find an assortment of fabrics from over here, just for variety. So I'm going to throw in some lights, mediums, and darks here with our cherry wood. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Oh, where'd it go? There we are. There we are. All right, throwing in some lights, mediums, and darks. And then I'm going to pull an assortment of fabrics from this side. 3 to 5 that kind of go together there. So let me grab here. All right. I had already pulled some of them. So we're getting really bright yellows. Our lime greens, fantastic lime greens here. Yep. I always get overexcited and don't always, I have more stuff that I want to do. So here are some fantastic yellows that we could add to it. And we'll get more of these blue greens here. Look at those. Look at those. Fantastic. I'm sorry, my bias for fantastic colors is showing. All right. And we can throw, I think we could throw, oh, those are so close. No, what did I just do? I took something out that I want. How about that? That, no, I'm not digging that. This is not making me happy. I'm not liking that. Okay, I'm going to put in these two. All right, so you see we have a whole nother combination here, especially because we went all the way around to yellow, and then we did some other blues here, some deeper blues, some darker blues. No, we don't need any more darker blues there. Okay, so here, this arrangement is just such a lovely combination. You have the row, I think, gosh, if I look at this, I think of a garden. I think of a flower garden right there. Oh, let's see. I gotta run. Will this be recorded so I can watch it later? Hi, Judy. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, it's gonna be live on YouTube. It's on YouTube right now. Anytime you want to come back, it is there for you, my friend. I gotcha. I gotcha. I think it will be saved on YouTube, Judy. Yes, yes, that is correct, Gwen. So here are, yeah, here's the different color combinations. When I look at this, it makes me think of a flower garden, doesn't it? You have like a beautiful red rose, and maybe that red rose has that little bit of the color there wrapped up in the middle of the roses, and then you have the green for the leaves, and then off in the distance, maybe you've got that sky happening right there. So nice. So nice. All right, so those are that's just three different ways that you can use the color wheel. So this is my quilter secret weapon. Get your hands on it and try it. You will be mind blown. Working with the color wheel, that's one of the things we do in one of the lessons for the color course. All right, so now another way to pick out fabric is auditioning. So we're going to divert a little bit from red, but just a little bit. So we're going to audition fabric, okay? What we want to do, and here's what I mean by auditioning. All right, we're going to take this fabulous piece, fabulous fat quarter of book fabric. Isn't that great? I love this book fabric. I love this. All right, and what we want to do, we're going to audition different colors that I have here, and we're going to find the one that you look at and say, oh yeah, this would be great to coordinate with it to make a quilt. And I got all my stringies hanging out here. That's the way you roll, Jenny. It is. All right. So I'm going to pull some different solids here, and we'll see. And then I want you to vote, okay? So I'm going to point at them, and I'm going to say, do you like A, B, or C? Okay? So first up, let's match this fantastic red, because red being the theme. We're going to match this fantastic red. So I'm going to pull a few different ones. So it's this color right here that we want to match. So I've got this one here, and I'm going to use, let's see, all right, B, A, B, or C. Which one do you like better? Now keep in mind, maybe what I'm seeing here, it translates into my camera, my computer, out to YouTube, back to you and your monitor, so it might look a little bit different, but just, you know, just do the best you can. So which one do we love? Which one do we say, oh, this is the one I want? A, B, or C? And I'll give you guys just a minute because there's a little bit of a delay. We'll catch up though. A, B, or C. Let me start to paw a little bit for the next color I think I want. A, B, or C? A, B, C. What do you like? C. All right. So Mary Jo likes C. Gwen likes B. All right. Any other votes? Okay. All right. So as I'm looking at, I think this one might be a good choice. I think I'm going to go with C. It's the closest one here, and I think I'm going to go with C here. Okay, now we need, oh, look at this. Look at some of this goldy, this darker brown fabric. That's a kind of orange, a kind of rusty thing. So let me see here. Let me pull some stuff. And this is, by the way, this is exactly what I would do in the quilt shop. Exactly what I would do in the quilt shop, right? You have that fabric, and I go, all right, okay, let's go over here. Let's pull this, let's pull that, and lay it down at the table and audition it together. That's exactly what I would do. And it is not unheard of to pick up something and bring it back to the table like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. It's awful. So that is, that happens. All right. So here is one brown, oh, a copper. We'll call that A. And then, I'm going to go a little more towards the traditional brown, not so coppery. Let's, but maybe a little lighter. Let's go B. So we've got A, B, and, it's almost a goldy thing happening here too. So I've got A, B, and C. A, B, C. What do you love? What do you love? I'll pause for just a minute. So I'm trying to match this bit right here. A, B, or C. And I know if you're watching the replay, you're like, no, don't put C, you know. You've got your own opinions. And I would love to hear from you, actually. I would love to hear that. All right, ladies, quilters, A, B, or C. Which do we love? Ah, all right. Gwen says C. All right. That's the only vote I'm going to get. Oh, Mary Jo likes A. Okay, so we're between these two, A or C. All right, let's take this one out of the running. This one is a bit more, let's see, it's called caramel. Ooh, caramel. Delicious. But it's a little more on the green side, isn't it? So I don't think that's going to be our good choice right there. Caramel. So either one of these, you know what I kind of like? I like both of them. I think, and Gwen says, I think C looks better with the red. And that is our next consideration. Let's look at these together. Do we like this one better or this one? Which one do we like? I like that. I'm going to go with this one. But you know what? This is a great color here too. Look at how this one matches some of those other things. So I'm going to put both of those in there. I'm going to do them both. Because this is our dark and that's our light. Oh, we did it. Okay, one more. It looks like we have, oh, let's go. We could go with the black, but we kind of have a really dark maroon thing happening. So let's get as deep as maroon as we possibly can. Okay. There's that one. Like almost black. Okay. So here is A, and that's not the, there, that's the one I'm trying to match here. This color right here. So here's our A, B, and gosh. Ooh, and C. Adjust that a little bit there. Hang on, I want to keep the numbers in order here. All right, so A, B, or C to match this part, to coordinate with that. What do you think? A, B, or C? Gold. Yes, Kim. Yeah, I agree with you. That's a good gold. Gold. Oh, yeah, gold needs to go in there too. Looks like a blue-gray in there too. Yes, it does. Good eye. Good eye. So this is the first way to match to a particular fabric. So A, B, or C. Which do you love? Which do you look at and your heart goes, oh, I love that. Gwen says A. Mary Jo says A. What do you think, Kim? Anybody else? What do you think? I'm leaning towards A myself. And I will. We'll do the blue-gray next, Kim. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And look at how nicely. Mercy. Oh, so here, this blue-gray. Oh, yes. Good eye. Good eye, guys. Let me see if I can find that. I better take my box of blues over here. It's a very, oh, it's almost a dove gray, isn't it? All right, so there's, oh, it looks so good. Okay, so we've got A. Let's go B, A, B, or that one just says light blue. I think we need something a little more gumption than that. Oh, all right. A, B, or C. That looks so nice. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't even believe it. A, B, or C. A, B, or C. I'll give you just a second. Make up for the time delays. This looks so good. I may have to make a little project right here. I know, right? Okay, so Mary Jo says A. Kim says B. And ooh, yeah, ooh, I know, right? Okay, any other votes? Yep. All right, so A, B, or C. Toss up between these two, huh? Okay, I'm gonna say for the most, not C. C, go bye-bye. C, bad C, bad. It doesn't work here. It's not our friend here. Not C. All right, and we go with A. I think I agree with you guys. Let's go with the A. Okay, now look at what we did. Isn't this awesome? Oh my gosh. Oh my mercy. All right, so here is our project. And I mean, we could go further. There's some other greens in here, but we're just gonna focus on what we have on this one. These colors would look fantastic with it. Fantastic. Now, one thing that's very interesting in here, what I'll do is I'll look at a piece of fabric and say, what jumps out at me? What do I see a lot of? And what I see some of this, but not a lot. What I see the most of is probably the red and the maroon. So those two, if I'm auditioning here, let me show you. If I'm auditioning here, I'm going to make them the biggest pieces. And then I see, oh yeah, I don't know, I kind of have equal parts of this. And then this little blue guy as the accent. Just a little bit. Again, that light, do you see how that gives it that light and life and spark? Let me switch this out for a little darker color, and you'll see really well what I mean. So let me find just a little darker than that blue, but in the same family, kind of. All right, here's a little darker. I mean, it looks nice together, but, so you see that, right? Look at that one. Now I'm going to swap that out. See, it gives it that life. It gives it that spark. It gives it that interest and something to look at. But it doesn't have to be a lot, right? Just a little bit. It's like the croutons on your salad. You don't need a whole bunch. Just a little sprinkle to give it the spark and interest. Yay! All right. Next secret that I'm going to show you for picking out fabrics. My table's a mess right now. I'm just throwing everything around. Okay, the next way, let me see if I have it here on this one. Nope, not on that one. Here we go. Here we go. This is, and we're going to focus on the red here too. This one is kind of a cheat method. All right. So here we have, oh gosh, didn't know the fabric went that way. Hold on. Here we have a very nice fabric with a rose thing happening in it here. Okay, my things juddered just a little bit. I'm not sure why. But here we have a nice rose fabric. And I want you to notice what's at the bottom here. This is really popular. A lot of people, Kim, red takes over burgundy. I'd use burgundy. That's a good point. I might switch that. Or be more subtle or something like that with it. Use not as much burgundy. Good point, Kim. Okay, so this is way number 2. This is number 2 of picking out the fabric. We have this here along the bottom. Now, I know friends, Kim, who take all these salvages and roll them up in a big ball and save them and use them for other things. But this is kind of a secret weapon right here. These are registration marks. In the manufacturing process, what they do is they have a card that has the exact colors that the fabric should be. And so at least they do that. It might change a little bit because they're doing digital stuff now. I'm not sure of the whole process with that. But with traditionally manufactured fabrics, this is the way they do it. They have that little card and it has their stuff listed, exactly the colors that it's supposed to be. And then as it's running through that, right, the process is going through, they compare the card to these dots on here. And if they match, you're good to go. Yay! Keep printing, right? This is a clue. This is a dot of every color that's in here. So, say you love this fabric, and I don't know, you guys, my thing is juddering here a little bit. I'm not sure why. What is happening? Interesting. It says my connection's really good, but okay. So, always something new to learn. Okay, so you can say you love these colors, not necessarily the print, but what you can do then is go to the fabric shop and match something to each of these dots right there. So we can find that rusty, we can find something that matches really well to that color. Ooh, that's pretty good right there. Right there. You also have like a red-orange option, and you can audition and do the same thing and match those colors. You don't have, this is an inspiration fabric. You don't have to use this in your quilt, but if you love the colors, yeah, absolutely. Use this as a guide for picking out all your fabrics. And what I did for a while when I first started quilting is if I found a color combination that I loved, I would clip this off and save it, so that I could say, okay, I like this color combination. I'm going to make something with it. So that is the second way of picking out fabric. All right. The third way that you can select fabric, so we would do the same auditioning process, right? We would come over, bring the fabrics over and audition and find out what is going to look best. Now, it doesn't mean you have to use all those colors that are on there. Sometimes they'll have 20 or so colors, and you're like, only need 10. And you don't have to use them all. But it's a guide to help lead you into fabrics that you want to make. And then the third way, y'all, of picking out colors for your quilt is simply with the color wheel. And I've already showed you some great ways that you can do it, some ways that you can work with things on the color wheel. So picking it out with this is an excellent way. Okay, that's an interesting comment. All right. We'll just not worry about that comment right now. Okay, so it's using the color wheel, just like we did. Say somebody, and this is great. This is where we're going to get good. All right, so pick a color. Pick a color, any color that you want me to use. Pick a color. Go ahead. You can't stump me. I'm unstumpable in this area. So pick a color. Favorite color. I didn't see a favorite color. Gwen likes them all, so Gwen, that's not helpful. Pick a color. I'll wait just a second. Bright yellow. Let's go, Mary Jo. Bright yellow. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go with this bright yellow, and let's just get as many bright yellows as we can to choose from here. So I have, and then I'm going to show you how this would work. So I've got a few nice bright yellows here. Ooh, let me go even lighter. And let me go, ooh, mustard yellows here. All right, so we just kind of have a combination. And these are not necessarily all in the same family, but they're all yellows. So let's think a scrap quilt, right? And it says, all right, pick one of your main color, right? So let's actually arrange this a little bit. I can't not do it. It's in my nature, y'all. But I've kind of arranged it in value, darks to lights, with that super bright yellow in there. Oh, I love that. I love that. Here is another yellow. Oh, that's called banana. That's another one. Those are so close. I'm going to take that one out. Banana. I love the name banana. Okay, so let's go with bright yellow, and let's go real simple, and let's use a complementary. Purple. Violet. You're turning violet, Violet. And let's get some different violets that we can put in there. Look at this. Gorgeous. Look at all the, oh, I better get some lights. I better go a little lighter. Want that spark, want that life in there. So we've got some darks, we've got some brights, we have a whole combination. I'm going to move that there so you can see a little better. All we did was took the complementary on the other side. So, yeah, she's getting married. Her favorite color is yellow, so I want to make her something. There you go. There you go. And then let's throw in a little bit of green, because lime green, we've discussed this, and I'll get more in depth that later, is a neutral. It goes. It always goes. Okay, so let's see. Burgundy, pale green. I think that weird comment was a hack. I agree with you, Kim, on the weird comment. I'm gonna take care of that here in a minute. Actually, I'm just gonna hang on and see if I can do that. Yep. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, adding a little bit of green in there, even just a little bit, that's so nice. And where's that on our color wheel, Jenny? Well, that is an interesting question. Again, remember how I've talked about the color wheel is a guide, right? It's inspiration, not necessarily your rule book. But remember we did that analogous? So let's actually swap this around. Look at that. We have purple, and then we picked some adjoining colors right here. So we did an analogous design, a complementary analogous design, just like I said, but we did it with yellow. Oh, I love it. And see, if this is leaves, oh, you gotta have some other leaves in there. You gotta have a little lights and a darks and a little brights, because that's just so much more interesting. Look at that. Fantastic. So you cannot go wrong with the color wheel. You can't design better than nature has it already all worked out. Nice. Yes, it is like pansies. Yes, Mary Jo, exactly. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So any other questions? I'm going to wrap up when you guys let me know if you have any other questions. Next week, we're going to talk about orange. What goes with orange? And we'll talk a little bit about the orange color and different ways that you can use it, and we'll play around again with the color wheel so you can see some of those combinations before you actually try it in yourself. And I will extol the virtues of orange and why it's missing from your stash and why you need to add it in there. Those are just my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. All right. If you're looking for quilting connections, if you are not able to get to your guild, if you want like-minded quilters to meet with once a week, I have a fantastic group, and some of the people here are here today. Fantastic group called Work Basket Wednesday. It is a Zoom Quilting Bee, and we just all work on our own projects, and we have fun, and we laugh, and we cry, and we care about each other, and we talk about quilting, and we give advice, and we get it, and we ooh, and we ah, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful place to be. Some people call it the best day of the week. That's Work Basket Wednesday, 3 p.m. Mountain Times. Wednesday at 3 p.m. The links are in the newsletter. So you need to be a newsletter subscriber to get it. Just go to my website, JennyKaeQuilts.com, and subscribe to the newsletter. You can unsubscribe really easily if you have filled up your inbox and you don't want to see it anymore. I just need a 5-paragraph theme saying why you don't want to be. No, I'm just kidding. You can just unsubscribe and it's fine. I want what I put out in for you to see, and emails and stuff like that. I want it to be a blessing and an encouragement. And if it's not, I don't want to be around there anymore. So I want to be able to do that for you. Yeah, so go to my website, JennyKaeQuilts.com. Be sure, check out the Quilters Color course. Check out the color wheel. And being a part of the Quilters Color course work along, which will be starting very soon. And I also have a kit for the Quilters Color course that's available there, and all of those are available in the shop. Next week, like I said, I'll be talking about orange, and I'll also be doing another sale on Thursday, live sale here on Facebook. Calm therapy. Oh, yes, yes, it is calm therapy. Quilting therapy, definitely, definitely. It's a place, yeah, it's just a place like no other, a quilting bee like no other, and it's a wonderful place to be. So I would love to have you there. We would love to have you there as a guest. If you've benefited from this video, if you've got something out of it, please like it, subscribe so you know every time I'm going to post a new video, and click the little bell so you get an alert so you don't miss it if it's something you want to see. And yeah, I just love it. Work Basket Wednesday is so much fun. I agree, Gwen. I agree. It is one of the best days. But like I said, if you have benefited from this, be sure share it with somebody else, and like and subscribe. Leave additional comments afterwards. So I think it takes like 24 hours for the live chat things to actually show up. So when you watch it again, you might not see your comments first off, but there is a way to see it a little bit later on YouTube. But if you are not watching live, I would still love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear from you and be able to answer your questions. If you have other quilting questions, other ideas of stuff you want me to talk about, other things to play around with, I'm game. Totally. Let me know, and maybe I can use it as an episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so I've got new stuff coming out next week. I'm going to have a new pattern coming out. The Quilters Color course work along is going to be starting very soon. And new sales and orange, what goes with orange, are in our color episode. So I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye.